Well, 229, I guess.
Oh, well, don't say anything for a while because I already pushed the button.
Just sit here in awkward silence until 2:30. We should probably talk. Did you finish that already? Oh my God.
I'm not messing around today.
I just got from double to single. That's pretty good.
Okay. Happy Friday. Dan.
I'm here. Hi, everybody.
Pre-drinking has it concluded and then it resumed.
Mm-hmm.
We're here on Friday after a long, long time. And we're glad to be back.
We've relocated from one corner of the garage to another corner.
We did, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That looks more like work's going to get done over there now.
Yeah, well, the image of work, anyway.
Yeah.
The idea of work.
Well, Larry, happy birthday. Yesterday was Larry's birthday, everybody.
Happy belated birthday, Larry.
He's 38.
Nice. For the how many times is that now? For a 38 for him?
Nearly 2. Let's see. So, there's Kathy and Erica here. Thank you so much for being here. We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
First of all, we're going to drink some whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a little special today for a few reasons. And so we brought special whiskey out. One of our early podcast episodes, I'm not fiddling with myself. I'm trying to get my phone to stop vibrating.
Don't let him lie to you. Hey, while you're doing that, just real quick, big congrats to one of our regulars, Scott, a new dad as of this morning.
So Dan's a new uncle.
That's right. I'm a new uncle. I'm a drunkle. Cheers to
Scott. And there's probably somebody else involved.
Probably, yeah, you know. It was a team effort. Yeah.
Probably.
Scott and Callie. I don't know the baby's name yet, honestly. So.
Baby.
Baby boy.
Baby won't know if it has a name or anything for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Anyway.
let's see. So yes, congrats, cheers, mazel tov. So one of our early podcasts was about young whiskey, and we thought it was a pretty good episode.
Mm-hmm.
I still think it's a pretty good episode. It just doesn't contain a lot of factual information. Lenny Eckstein, founder and distiller at Deerhammer, heard that episode, and right here, just a few feet over there, is when we got the email.
Mm-hmm.
We were so excited. Nobody ever emailed us before at that point. And he said, hey, I like the episode, but I think I can help you understand things better. And a month and a half or so later, we went to Deerhammer, and we drank whiskey out of barrels, and Lenny taught us everything that we didn't know.
Which was a lot.
And it still remains a special place for us. And Lenny's such a nice person.
Yeah.
Him and his wife Amy were so gracious to let us roam around and do those things. We produce some really nice content. If you haven't seen Deerhammer, you can see all parts of it on the YouTube channel if you go back to around May of 2021.
Yeah.
And there's 3 different podcast episodes. There's the one that started all, and then 2 with Lenny in the distillery, one before we drank, and then one slightly less articulate version after we drank a lot.
Incoherent's the word you're looking for.
Incoherent. So
Yeah.
Lenny's always been there with us. And we drink a lot of his whiskey. We buy a lot of his whiskey. And we have some of his whiskey here. Because today will probably be the last, certainly the last regular or scheduled Friday Sips Live. And in fact, there won't be a lot of whiskey content, if any, coming for the foreseeable future, along with Slow Down, Fast Ride, and Domptrol.
Yeah, we are tapping out. So there was somebody on LinkedIn, because I'm unemployed and looking for a job. Somebody was on LinkedIn the other day, and they said, "Here's how you make your passion into your side hustle."
Dan killed that person.
Oh my! Many times over. Still shooting. It's the hazard of turning your passions into your work. Are very, very well-trod territory, and we have experienced that, and I think we have reached a point where it just isn't fun, or wasn't fun, to the point where we decided it was time to step back.
Yes.
And take a break and enjoy it again. But, we will still be, of course, available, and love to hear from you folks and keep in touch with you, talk about the whiskeys we are drinking and things like that. But I think the Friday sips are probably going to be over for a while, at least for a while.
Until we miss it at some point and come back.
Yep. And
the reason we chose this particular setting talk about this in addition to all the announcements you made in the bicycle world, is that honestly, after all this, the handful of people that we really come to know and care about, y'all show up here on Friday.
You're our people.
You're our people.
Yeah.
So that's kind of that.
Yeah. If you guys want to know more, you guys are welcome to reach out to us. Please do email us, whatever.
Or ask questions in the comment. We're happy to talk about it. But we're going to figure out something different to do because oddly enough, we really like hanging out with each other. We've never once punched each other in the face of all these business decisions. So we'll probably do something different. Mm-hmm. It may or may not have the title of Tipsy Scribbler. It does. And it's probably going to be around some coffee at first. So one of the other things that I'm deep in a rabbit hole about is coffee. And maybe we'll make a business out of that. Maybe. I wouldn't call it a passion, though, although it does sound like it recently because I've really been pulling some good shots lately.
I'm passionate about going to Mark's house and drinking all his coffee.
Yeah.
Much like I was very passionate about drinking all your whiskey. So.
Yeah.
let's ruin another hobby.
Well, I don't feel ruined on the whiskey side yet. We just need the energy to do something different. Will I still do? Larry, I thought I would still do open the bottle and back to the bottle videos, and I guess I might, but Dan said something the other day that he wants, I don't want to speak for you like you're not here, but riding bikes used to be fun. After a decade plus in the cycling media world, it's no longer fun because it's a job. And I don't know that I'm there yet with whiskey, but I certainly have left bottles unopened for a long time waiting for when I felt like dragging all the video gear downstairs and setting the studio up and recording those videos. So at least for a while, no, I'm not going to do any more of that. We won't take down those sites. They'll all still be there.
No, yeah.
But from time to time, maybe, but generally no, because we really do plan to start a little coffee business, something with more tangible
An actual product.
An actual physical product. And it's going to require some energy once we get that started. And then we also, it's been the fun part of those ventures where we sit around trying to figure out what to call it.
Yeah.
And we bought all the domain names in the last couple of days. Mm-hmm. So, if you have something called the Tipsy Scribbler, maybe there's some whiskey built in there. Maybe there's some private barrels we do. Maybe we figure out how to be a non-distilling producer one day and have our own whiskeys. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? We don't know. We know we want to do that.
Yeah, we have big plans. We always have big plans.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, it's not exactly...
Yeah, Bender. Bourbon. Angus and Bender here. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Bourbon
barrel coffee beans.
Yeah. Or single malt barrels from Lenny, maybe. Yeah, for sure.
The world is our oyster. This is not an end.
We're not selling oysters. I love oysters.
Yeah, Tipsy Scribbler oysters.
One more domain we can buy. That's that. For now, I do want to sip some whiskey.
Yeah. So let's first. Should we start with the honeycomb because we've been there before? And when we recorded that episode way back when, as it turns out, when we talked about new whiskeys and young whiskeys, what it was tasting like was our foot in our mouth. And Lenny schooled us on that. And this was one of the bottles that you picked up. Did you get this at the distillery?
Yep, I did.
Okay. And we've tasted this on the show before.
Yeah, and this is fun. This is a 4-year-old single malt product that then spins. All these progenies are partnerships or collaborations with other breweries and distilleries and wineries and such. This one was with Redstone Meadery. So this single malt whiskey got finished in ex-mead casks. I've always loved this. Mm-hmm. I will tell you, my new hobby at night is eating a mango popsicle while sipping on whiskey, and this is the king of that combination. I know you're excited to try that. But every time I've brought this to a non-whiskey geek thing to share, nobody likes it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I do feel like I'm going to christen the dump glass here.
The last cut crystal
dump
glass.
By the way, what we were drinking to warm up is this Stranahan's single barrel cask strength. It was a store pick from Hazel's.
Yep.
It is excellent, excellent. I've been sipping on this for the last week or so. Really, really good.
Here, put it in front of the...
And actually, this is one of those bottles that I feel like has gotten better the longer it's been open. And it is, if you like vanillas and caramels in your whiskey, like really forward, You're going to like this a lot.
There's an outlet right there. Don't pour whiskey.
Like I just did. It's a good thing you don't have any hair to stand up on end.
Yeah. Anyway, this is fabulous. Now, you won't really get, of course, you can't get this one. It's been sold out
Go
for
to that camera.
a year or so, or 2, whenever this, I don't remember when it was.
Many moons.
As you also know, Dan and I are not always fans of finished whiskeys.
No.
But done well, they can be quite tasty. And this one, to me, is certainly done very, very well.
That nose is really nice.
We may have sent samples of that to different folks. I don't remember.
So this is, and actually this is worth mentioning too, that it's in collaboration with Redstone Meadery, which is up in Boulder, Colorado. And I'm not a big mead fan. I love honey, but I don't love mead because it's too sweet, and I'm not like the whatchamacallit, the cocktail guy for that specific reason. I don't like overwhelming sweet.
That's good. Our friend Jacob makes mead, and every time he gives me some, I guzzle a little bit. It's fabulous. I think it's the most delicious thing in the world. And then I have this feeling I can only imagine as being roofied. I'm just completely out of. I have no idea what's going on.
It's the mushrooms in it, I think.
I don't know what he does. I don't know if it's 74% alcohol or there's meth in it or what. But it's.
So I'm surprised you like this as much as you do. I like it, first of all. I'll say that. But there is a very heavy char to it, like an oaky taste to it, underneath the sweet mead. And I mean, it's good. It's complex, and I think that's why a lot of people who you've given it to don't like it, because it doesn't have that. You know, it's
not a slow ramp up to a mellow experience.
Right.
It's
I really like it, but it's got a lot of char in it.
But they don't. They do a number 2 char, so a very light char in the char. Well, 3s and 4s are more common, and a heavy toast.
Okay, well then the toast.
Yeah, so it's bringing out the vanillas and
the nose is really vanilla.
Yeah, that's so good.
I think it's really good.
When you think about it, if I gave you this, I don't think you'd call it out as a finished whiskey right away. It takes a minute on the finish for that honey to come out.
It's there. I mean, but if I was sipping it blind, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, it's a finish. But there's something there. It can be a little like
astringent.
Quickly, like it's right up front, bam, astringent, and then it tapers.
I just love it.
It is really good. I like it a lot. But yeah, I can see why people might not like it, especially if you're tasting it against something more traditional, like or more straight up standard, single malt or bourbon or something that has those more familiar flavor profiles.
Yeah, it's definitely not familiar.
No.
Oh, it's so good.
Well, and it's good that we started with the Stranahans because
single malt into this.
Yeah, it's a similar thing. It's got notes of familiarity, but there's an overarching flavor that's way off the palate, right? I like it.
I think that's delicious.
I love that nose.
I will hate to see it go. Boy, you ought to try it with a mango popsicle. Fabulous.
Okay.
So far, the order of things I like with mango popsicles, Deerhammer Progeny 3. I have some cognac that I had last night with it. Quite good. And then bourbons. All bourbons are good.
Have you tried it with Apple Brandy?
I have not.
I bet it'd be really good.
But I bet it'd be good with Apple Brandy.
I got away. So my buddy Scott, different Scott in Arizona, he busted open a couple of bottles of really nice brandies when I was there last, and I fell in love. And I said, I can't afford a new hobby, so don't make me like brandy, please. I can't collect more brandies.
When Aaron at last cut crystal, when I first saw this little scalloped edge thing, whatever that is, where he cuts the edge off the bottom, I didn't think that was a good idea. But I got to tell you, I love just rolling my fingers around.
It's a nice little texture.
Yeah.
All right.
You really got to get going.
I can't. All right. We'll call it my dump class day anyway. All right. So what are we drinking next?
Now we're going to drink Progeny 4, which either is just now coming out or hadn't been long.
I don't know why we need to do this because it's just a sample bottle, but there you go.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Either it's just out. Now this one will be available in a few stores. And I'd asked Lenny about that. Actually, what I emailed him about was the Apple Brandy because they ran out of bottles. So last time I was in Buena Vista, I couldn't get a bottle of it. And he said, well, let me just send you samples, which is very nice, and a good timing for it so we could use that in this very special Friday Sips Live.
Yeah, I think so. We're wearing lav mics today, and I just burped, and I hope you like it was an innie burp, and I hope it wasn't like right in your ears. Sorry, it didn't occur to me that would be a problem.
That's the other reason we have to quit doing it. It's just a matter of time before Dan gets us in trouble.
All right.
So this is Progeny 4.
Progeny
this
4
is a collaboration with
Carboy Winery.
Carboy Winery. So use some of their barrels from the wine to finish it. 106 proof.
5 years old.
Yeah, 5 years total, which I do think includes the time that the malt was in. I think it was 3 years in the new barrel and 2 years in the wine barrels. That color is beautiful.
It looks really nice, dripping all over this tabletop.
As usual.
All right. I clinked for us.
Just look at that color.
Whoa, this has a totally different nose. Holy cow. Oh yeah, you can smell the... This has got deep notes of...
Plums.
Yeah, like fruity,
Dark fruit.
wines. It's nice. It's a nice nose.
It's bitey.
It is. I actually, you know, when it first hit my tongue, I was like, nope, like the honeycomber better. But actually, this is kind of less astringent to me.
It's proofier.
Mm-hmm.
What was the... Yeah, 4 proof points. That's how sensitive I am to proof. And I also just put my elbow in all that whiskey. Well, as
I
far
like
as
that.
finishes go, he did it just right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the old, they left 8 gallons of wine in the bottom of the barrel.
It does, after, the longer it sits, the astringency comes back a little bit.
I don't think so. I love the finish. It's sweet, kind of tart on the side of the tongue.
I like this better than the honeycomber, I think. It's not as sweet.
I'll have to spend some more time with it.
Yeah. This to me is a little bit more, it backs off the overwhelming, overwhelming is not the right word. This is more subtle, I think, of a finish. I like it.
Oh yeah, I brought Larry one of those strain of hands from Hazel's. He just hadn't opened it yet.
Oh, well, Larry, now's a good time.
Hey, Bender's got some Mexican-style mango ice cream.
I don't know what that means.
definitely eat the ice cream, sip some whiskey. I have found that to be incredibly enjoyable. Also, I think the way it works from a chemistry standpoint is, if I'm eating a popsicle and drinking whiskey, it's like I'm not consuming any alcohol.
No, they cancel each other out.
Yep.
Yeah, it actually becomes a vegetable, and it's healthy.
Oh,
Yeah, fun fact.
that's why
The
I feel.
more you know.
That's why I feel so good. This is fabulous.
Yeah, I'm into it.
I will buy that as soon as it pops up in
So
stores.
so this is going to be available.
It is going to be available.
Okay.
Now, Atlas Valley is the only, Hazel's doesn't carry Deerhammer. Their distributor they use doesn't, but Atlas Valley does. So I'll grab a bottle when it shows up.
I'm seeing Deerhammer pop up in more places though.
And I think he recently announced they're going out of Colorado. I don't know what the current distribution is. But, you know, if you come here, we can always run up to Deerhammer and visit. It's a beautiful place.
Kathy keeps threatening to come out and visit.
She does.
Yeah. Eric
Eric
too.
has threatened too.
Yeah. Where are you? And I think if they come out, that might be a good idea to do a Friday Sips Live if somebody comes visits.
Yeah.
So if you want a Friday Sips Live, all you got to do is come to Colorado. All right, I like this.
Kathy
It's good.
says next year, 2024.
Counting on it.
Will you still be drinking whiskey then?
Oh my God. Well, this is the thing that happens, right? Like I take a break from making my hobbies my job, and then I enjoy them more. So at that point, I'm gonna love whiskey even more.
It'll be more enjoyable to be around.
Look at this smile. All right.
What if we had some brandy?
What if? Do we have brandy?
We did.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, how about that?
This is 5.5-year-old Deerhammer Apple Brandy from some sort of Colorado
Cider
something-
Co.
Cider Co.
So what is? Did Lenny send you any? He sent us a
No,
one sheet.
no. But what I'm guessing happens is Colorado Cider Co. makes cider, and he distills it into whiskey.
Okay, so this is brandy.
Brandy. This is
Okay.
apple brandy.
Okay.
Nothing on there has anything to do with this.
So wait a minute. Quick step back here.
Okay.
This Carboy Winery, is this the Vino Verso?
Correct.
Okay, so that's what it's going to be called.
Vino Verso.
Vino Verso. True wine. If you're Italian. All right. Apple Brandy.
I'm part Italian.
Are you?
My great grandmother.
Which part?
My paternal grandmother's mother was named Annie Fabretta.
Fabretta. Oh,
She stepped off a boat from Italy and married Daddy Boo, whose actual name I don't know.
Daddy Boo.
But he was an Italian pool hustler and poker player. If that helps you understand a little more about the person you've been hanging out with all this time.
I come from Arcovios, Dantinos, Cavalieri. I mean, I got all the vowels, all of them. All right, let's drink some brandy.
Let's here. You historically you're the pourer.
I am. So I haven't had brandy in a long time. I did have a very good brandy experience in Flagstaff in Arizona. I was there for a funeral, just brighten the mood.
Larry, I love Larry, but I may kick him out for bringing pumpkin spice up.
Well, Kathy started the show, by the way, bringing up Super Taster, just so you know. I don't want you to miss the
Come
Super
on,
Taster.
Kathy.
Because she knows me. She loves me.
I know,
She
but I want to
cares.
hang out with Kathy and enjoy the time. But if you come all the way out here and bring that up,
Yeah.
there's got to be some kind of penalty for that.
Well, no, I'm gonna reward her. I'm gonna buy her dinner or something. All right, apple brandy. That is fall. That is green apples. It is very astringent, though.
Ooh, get that.
You don't? So this is my Italian part right here. I'm part Italian from here to here.
It's 120 proof.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Wow. Wow. That's like
I like that.
that's like green apple peels so did your mom ever make apple pies? Mm-hmm. When she's making the apple pie, she peels them, and you take the peels and you shove them in your mouth. That's what I did.
I didn't do that.
I did that a lot. That's what this tastes like to me. It's lovely. It is a little hot though, right up front.
A little bit. I cleansed out. I should have cleansed before the wine.
That's a good idea. I like this. So
That's a whiskey drinker's brandy.
It is. It's big.
Good.
This would be nice around the campfire.
I drank mine already, so I'm gonna pour some more.
This is our last bottle, that I can tell. So
Does that feel good?
just put that right there. So this is brandy flavored maple right here.
Maple brandy.
maple brandy. If you lick it off the table. This is really nice. So I got a fire pit out back. It's been like 90 degrees here in Colorado last week, but fall is threatening to come next week.
It's been in the 40s at night though.
It has. But I got a nice fire pit right about 5 feet that way. This around the fire would be just perfect for fall. I mean, this has fall written all over it.
I think when we're done with this, we just put some ice down our pants and start a fire and drink.
Let's do it.
Brandy.
Anytime I'm putting ice down my pants, I'm in.
That's delightful.
That is really good. I will say, I think you hit the nail on the head. It is a whiskey drinker's brandy, because all the brandies I've had so far have been really subtle, mild.
This is not your round, fat, sweet
Right.
brandy. Of course, I've never had 120 proof brandy before.
No, usually they're like 80, 90, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is proofy. I like it. It is brandy with a kick.
Delicious.
That's good. I like that.
Oh, I guess I could have turned that off a long time ago. We really don't need to advertise anymore.
Buy our T-shirts that don't exist.
Or buy some of the 400 T-shirts we do have.
We
from
still
other
have
stuff.
many Slow Guy on the Fast Ride hats and T-shirts, and Dawn Patrol hats and T-shirts. So if you want 12, I'll happily send them to you. I have many.
We're already sending Larry another.
Yeah.
I don't know if he never. I guess he never got. He got Slow Guy T-shirts.
Yeah.
But never. Dawn Patrol.
So for those of you who don't know, by the way, Kathy is on the newsletter, so she already knows. But basically, after I left my last job, I had a little chip on my shoulder and said, you know what, I could build a media title. I could do this all by myself. I couldn't do it all by myself, so I copped into this guy and said, help me. So we did it. We built 2 media titles all about bicycles. We spent the last 3 years building it, and it was really, I would say, net positive experience, a shit ton of work. And but a few days ago, we decided it was time to throw in the towel. We were working way too hard.
For way too little.
For way too little. We learned a lot. It was good. My body is broken. I've been injured all year. It was not great for my mental health to be in the bike world, so we called it quits. And I feel okay about it. I feel a little sad, but mostly good. And so we have a lot of t-shirts.
A lot of t-shirts, a lot of video cameras and lights and stuff.
Yeah. So if you need t-shirts or hats, you know who to call.
Not cameras, I'm keeping them.
Yeah, well, Larry, yes, Rebuild Mark is part of the, well, actually, let's pump the brakes on that. Is Rebuild Mark over? So Rebuild Mark took on this project. And this goes back to taking care of ourselves, which is something that we've talked a lot about. Mark decided at some point, last year, that it was time to get back on the bike, ride some big miles, and he needed a goal. The goal was to ride the premier gravel bike race in the country, in the world really, called Unbound Gravel. It's in Kansas, and he did it. It was really compelling, great content. I would recommend watching this guy.
Not all of it.
No, it was, shut up, it was great. It was really good. It was the best, I think it was the best content we did the whole time we were in business. So go to Slow Guy and the Fast Ride on YouTube, watch those videos. Mark's, I hate this word, but Mark's journey was really fucking cool. Is Rebuild Mark over, or is it gonna keep going? I don't know. I think you should do it.
I just don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't been on a bike and I don't know. I rode the trainer. I just kind of, we drove to Alabama where I got to see Larry for all of 10 minutes. And since we came back, I just have lost the plot again.
Yeah, that's hard. It's hard to maintain it. But I think, knowing me and Mark and how much we like being on camera,
I do like listening to me talk.
I know, this is not the end. And I think Tipsy Scribbler will probably have some coffee content.
I think Tipsy Scribbler will have a large component that is videos of us doing stuff and talking about stuff.
So what we're saying is we have not learned our lesson at all.
Oh, no, we've learned a particular lesson. We're not stupid. We do get better over time.
Yeah.
But I have a day job I really love. In fact, I shouldn't even call it a day job. I have a career I really like, and I don't want to, that's important to me. And I get to do a lot of this kind of stuff there. I mean, if you just can't get enough of listening to me talk, there's a weekly podcast, which is in the cycling industry, a different part of the cycling industry. So I get to do a lot of this kind of stuff there. But I don't know about Rebuild Mark. I don't want it to be over. I want it to be, maybe it gets bigger. Maybe instead of just getting back on the bike, it's more about
just getting back on track in general.
Yeah, what do you do in your 50s when you kind of lost the physical plot and things aren't as easy as they used to be, and you've figured out that life's clipping by pretty quick, and how do you be around longer to enjoy it?
Yeah, we should rename it from Rebuild Mark to Save Dan. It could be my template for the future.
Well, I think I'm sure as you look to the left, you can see at least 12 years into the future. Mm-hmm. Although I don't think your hair is going anywhere, but
no, but I think it is going to go down a little bit right here.
I might shave that off too. I've gotten way too attached to it. I never had this until COVID.
You do look younger without the beard. The beard is like I'm gray and old. But that's what I want at 50. Like, in fact, I would be growing a Dumbledore style, like down.
Melissa won't have that. She barely puts up with this.
You do need to stay married. Like, that's priority number one. But I do I'm going to go crazy and just down to my crotch.
Okay. That's fine. All right. Anyway, that's kind of what we're doing.
Yeah.
I want my friend Dan to be better in life, and the cycling media shit was not helping.
Nope.
And I'm with him, so whatever he's doing, I'm doing. And apparently that's a business selling coffee.
Yeah. So I saw some of you guys say that you want to be kept in the loop. We will definitely do that.
Yep.
You guys will be the first to know because you guys have been incredible.
Yes.
Just lots of fun. For those of you who have come in person to sit with us and hang out with us, it was a wonderful experience. For those of you who show up every week just to hang out on this live stream, I mean, what a wonderful takeaway from all of this. I mean, we didn't make any money, but we made some friends, and that's even better, as far as I'm concerned.
It's way better.
Yeah. So.
I mean, we don't know. We didn't make any money. Could have been.
I know.
Could have been awesome.
Well, if we made money, we could have shipped you guys here, and we could have done the whatever. No.
Any podcasts all the existing podcasts will stop, and I don't know what we'll do content-wise. I mean, and what's in our head right now, which is very, very early, it's going to be a business based around coffee subscriptions and coffee-related paraphernalia. There will be content around that, but I don't know what form that content will take.
We're still very early in the planning stages.
But we'll let you know. I know how to email you guys. I've done that plenty, and you guys therefore know how to email me. So we'll stay in touch for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And maybe we'll just, show up once in a while. And if you see something reaching out to you called Tipsy Scribbler anything, that's us. Although there is one person on Instagram called Tipsy Scribbler.
What's our Instagram? Tipsy Scribbler
Tipsy
Coffee.
Scribbler Coffee.
All right, so we have exactly 0 pictures posted, but if you want to get ahead, go to Instagram, Tipsy Scribbler Coffee. It's really hard to say, but it's fun the more you say it and the drunker you get. So Tipsy Scribbler Coffee.
On Instagram.
On Instagram. We have 0 anything besides that.
Website. We own a pile of domain names.
Yeah, I started to make the logo or experiment with a logo. That's the phase we're at. So 2024 at the earliest is when we will see.
Yeah, we're not in a hurry.
Yeah.
I mean, Dan's got
I'm
to
kind
find
of
a job.
in a hurry. Yeah, I got nothing to do. I literally have nothing to do.
Dan. Thank you, Kathy. Kathy's excited.
Yeah.
She likes coffee too.
Yeah, Kathy, we will definitely be in touch for sure. And the rest of you, and Bender and Larry and Angus and
Scott,
and
Anthony, who's not here today,
Yep.
and Ben, who never chimes in but always watches the extra and shoots us fun emails.
Yes.
Everybody's there.
Thank you so much. Eric's got a comment there.
We hate to hear that.
Whoa, dude, that's huge. We're here to support,
Absolutely.
Yeah, Jesus, dude, that's huge. And also stop messing with us with your questions, your whiskey. But anyway, Eric, always welcome. If we find ourselves down your way, we will come say hello and bring you some samples.
So holler if you need anything. We'll be around. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Yeah.
We're going to go put ice in our pants and sit by the fire and drink brandy. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.